Have you been looking for a survival kit or go bag that doesn't break the bank and doesn't suck? I have an option for you today. Stick around, we're going to get into it. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. Super excited to talk to you today about something that I've been working on with one of my favorite partners, One Thief Surplus. If you're not familiar with those guys, they are an online military surplus store. Plus they also have other survival items in their store. Very good people, veteran owned. I've become friends with the owner. He and I chat all the time online, and recently we started working together, kind of conspiring on releasing a go bag or survival kit with my input and his input, and making a kit that he can sell on his store that is not all encompassing, but is a fantastic starter bag and kit for someone who doesn't want to spend a ton of money but wants something that's quality. And that's the problem, because people come to me all the time and ask me this question: is there a survival kit that I can buy that's already assembled? Because some folks just don't have the time or the knowledge or whatever to build their own kit. They want something that has some quality components that they can just purchase. The problem is there's not that many of those kits around, and the really good ones are really expensive. So the good folks at One Thief has come up with a go bag, and they're calling it the Prepared Wanderer Go Bag, that is a great starter to a survival kit go bag. Now, I'm going to warn you right now, when we start getting into this, there are things that this kit needs. You absolutely have to add some stuff to it. But the basic items that come in this bag cover a lot of bases, and they're also probably the more expensive, larger items that you would have to source if you were buying these items individually. We're going to go through the contents of this real quick and show you all the different things that it comes with. But like I said, keep in mind there's things that we're going to have to add to this to make it even better, and I'm going to show you those items so you can put together your very own survival kit go bag. Now, the pack that they've chosen for this kit is just a very standard Targus laptop school bag type backpack. Very nondescript, very simple, not a lot of bells and whistles to it. It is pretty comfortable to carry. It's got decent shoulder straps. It does have a nice ventilated foam mesh backing. It has mesh water bottle pockets on the sides. And then it has a very large front pocket. Then we have an admin style pocket back here with slots, pen slots, and that goes all the way down to the bottom. Pretty standard. And then a big main compartment with a laptop type sleeve. All right, here are the contents all laid out. A lot of good stuff in here, a lot of good quality components. I'm going to say that right up front. I'm pretty excited to share some of this stuff with you. So first thing we're going to take a look at, you're going to get this 100 feet of Atwood manufacturing paracord on their Ready Rope system, which is a fantastic paracord spool tool. But what's really cool about it is there's a storage compartment in the bottom to put a Bic lighter, and I've added that to mine. The Bic lighter doesn't come with this kit, but you'll get a brand new one of these. The color of the cord may vary. I think he has some different colors, usually like an OD green or a coyote. Genuine Atwood 550 cord, and of course, as we know, 550 cord has so many uses, and you're going to need that. Included with the kit as well is a USMC tarp, and I believe the size on these are 80 inches by 90 inches. Now, mine came with bungee cords already attached to the corners. I don't know if that's standard with these tarps. These are military surplus, so you're going to probably have a variety of different configurations. You may get the cord, you may not. I don't know. I can't guarantee that, but mine had it on it, so that's an awesome upgrade because that's something I would do anyway. These tarps are awesome. They're very heavy duty. They can withstand quite a bit. They're made very well, and you can do a lot of different things with these as a shelter. Also use it as a water catchment system. Makeshift poncho. You can turn it into a bed laying on the ground. So fantastic item because shelter is so important. Then we have another fantastic military surplus item, a stainless steel canteen cup with the stove stand. So this is going to give you the ability to boil some water, make some food, make some coffee. A fantastic item that is heavy duty, proven all the world over by our military. Has been using this canteen cup and stand for quite a long time, so it's a fantastic item to have in a kit. And I think having a container is very, very important. A lot of kits don't have containers. You're going to get one of these. Go along with that, you're going to get a brand new 30-ounce Nalgene bottle, not some kind of knockoff bottle, a real Nalgene. And I believe they're all in this kind of red, black plaid, which is kind of cool. I like that. But of course, you've got your graduation marks on the side for measuring with water purification, things like that. Another item you're going to get is this dry bag. And I love this thing. It is the perfect size. It has a one-way valve vent on it, so you can get something stuffed in there and then get the air out of it pretty quickly. There's a built-in grab handle on the bottom, and of course the roll top that keeps it dry. But what this kit comes with is a whoopee, and you're going to be getting an ACU whoopee. So unfortunately not the cool ones, not a Woodland or something like that, but you are getting an ACU. These are in excellent condition. Mine had no rips, tears, or smells to it, and this fits perfectly in this dry bag. And it's super important to keep that whoopee dry. You don't want that thing collecting moisture, because that is going to be your primary way of keeping warm underneath your tarp. Now we have a variety of tools. First thing is you're going to get a 2-pack of these whistles. You're going to get a very nice fire bellows. And fire bellows are excellent for getting a fire going at a distance, concentrating the air into the coals and getting a fire going quickly. Excellent tool. I have fire bellows in all my fire kits, all my survival kits. I always have a fire bellows. And I really like this one because, of course, it's got the wood to protect your lips, but it's also a little bit longer, so you don't have to get close to your fire as much. Then we have an inexpensive but pretty decent LED headlamp. Has 2 settings. Actually, it has 3 settings. There's a strobe, high, and a low. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a AAA. Let's take a look here, make sure. Yep, AAA batteries go on that. So a nice headlamp. Headlamps are super important. Makes doing chores in the dark when you're hiking at night, makes it so much easier, much safer. A very nice metal mirror. There I am. Which is nice because then you don't have to worry about this thing breaking. So you can use this as a signaling device, but you can also use it for, of course, first aid. If you got to dig something out of your eye or your face, having a mirror is pretty important. Another excellent item that they're including with this kit is this strap cutter by Ontario Knife Company. Pretty nice. Now you're probably thinking, okay, strap cutter, why do I need a strap cutter? Of course, for cutting straps, cordage, removing, even removing clothing items in first aid situations, but this can also be improvised into a tool for making shavings with wood, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. Now, I wouldn't use this as my primary tool for making shavings. I would keep this and use this as my strap cutting tool in an emergency. And we're going to talk about add-on items for this kit, and obviously a great add-on is going to be some kind of knife or multi-tool. And then we have a 12-hour green glow stick made by SE. SE is the same company that made the whistles. So you got that. Then also included with this kit is this really nice tool roll. And this is kind of a neat item because it's not something that's necessarily needed, but it's just a kind of nice to have because you can add your tools that's included with the kit in here, but then you can also add other stuff as well. So when you're building out your kit, you can certainly do that. And then this thing just rolls up and then Velcro shut. So a pretty nice addition to the kit, keeps everything protected and organized. So of course there are items that this kit lacks and that you need to add to it. I think most of these items are very personal in nature, and of course the number one is going to be a knife. Knives are a very touchy subject for some people. Everybody has opinions on what they like and what they're comfortable using. I have a lot of different knives. I have a lot of experience working with knives and using knives in the field. So my level of comfort is a little bit different than everybody else's. This one is just a Condor pterosaur. Did a review of this recently, but right now it's a knife that I'm testing out and using when I'm out and about, and I'm enjoying it so far. But of course you could go with a Mora, you could go with a multi-tool, you could go with a Swiss Army knife. There's a lot of different knives that you could pick, but definitely going to add some kind of knife to your kit. Another thing that I think is essential, and it's probably something you should keep in your vehicle anyway, even if it's not in this bag, is a pair of work gloves, either leather or cloth. Cloth for the summertime. When it starts getting cold, I like to switch to leather because I'm working more with fire, but just something to protect your hands is super important when putting together kits. Another item to go along with the kit would be a ferro rod. This is a backup to that lighter that I added to my paracord dispenser. Ferro rods, of course, work in a variety of temperatures. They work if they're wet, they work if they're dry. It doesn't really matter. As long as you keep them from getting corroded, they do an excellent job of starting a fire, especially if you practice with them. So I would suggest getting a good quality one. Canteen cup, we're going to want something to eat with. I would get a spork. You can get a plastic one, but I prefer the titanium ones just because they're strong and they're lightweight. Some man-made fire starters I think is very important, especially if we're going to be using that canteen cup and stand. Now these are just the fire starters that you get at the hardware store or the grocery store. They usually come in a pretty big box. You can get them very cheaply. They burn very well. I've done tests on these before, and they burn a long time. And if you're having trouble getting a fire going, these are fantastic to use. Then, of course, you're going to want a first aid kit, super important. People have different levels of experience, so you should get something that you can use, and also you should put items in it that you think you need. Medications, the types of pain relievers that you're able to use. Like for me, I can only use acetaminophen. I can't use ibuprofen. It's hard on my stomach. So when I pack my kits, I try to put acetaminophen in all my kits. So packing your own first aid kit is a wonderful way to get to know the gear that you have. And we have Some good old water purification tablets. These are from Micro Pure. They're Katadyn. These are the military issue ones. You can get, there's a lot of different ones on the market, but having something you can drop in that liter of water, let it set, and help disinfect it while you're moving is a great item to have. Of course, a compass for navigation. This is another tool that you need to practice with. And of course, if you're going to have a compass, you should have some basic maps in your vehicle that you can use. Now, if you're in an area that you're unfamiliar with, that's too bad. You're not going to have a map for that area. But if there are areas that you're traveling consistently, then you should have some maps with you. And then having your compass along with that will at least get you where you need to go. Food. I like quick energy items, tuna, protein bars, liquid IV, hydration packets, some coffee packets as a pick-me-up. There's even some Spam in here, so a variety of different items. And of course, add some soup packets to this, maybe some ramen, and you've got some good energy food. Another lightweight item to add to any kit is these 55-gallon drum liners. They're heavy duty. They can be used as sleeping ground cloths. You can turn them into ponchos. You can make shelters out of them. You can wrap your gear in them. You can collect water in them. A lot of different uses, but they weigh hardly anything. Buy a big box of them at the hardware store. Take a couple, usually take 2, and put it right in the pack here. And then you got a little bit of extra protection. Now, the only other thing that I would add to this that I'm not showing is I would add a pair of socks and potentially a lightweight rain jacket. Now, with all this gear, you're definitely pushing the capacity of this backpack. But if you add, let's say, a small fanny pack or sling bag with your first aid kit, your navigation tools, all that stuff, that would be a way of supplementing this kit. But what's great about this particular bag, the size of it, the looks of it, is it's very nondescript. It's not going to draw a lot of attention, especially if it's in the back of your vehicle. It looks just like a work bag or a school bag. Also, it's not very expensive. Now we're going to talk about cost. This bag, as is, coming from One Thief, is $149.99. Which is a pretty excellent price for all you're going to get, because I went through and I itemized all the items that come in this pack. And you can buy all these things individually on One Thief, and if you buy it from them individually, you're going to be well over $185. And if you go to other sources like eBay, other military surplus stores, who knows what you're going to be paying, and then also who knows what kind of grade of items you're going to get, because military surplus is sold by grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and they will tell you on One Thief exactly what grade you're going to be getting with this kit. So that's another excellent thing about this, is that the items that they're actually picking are quality. They're going through them, they're looking at them, they're making sure that they're not all ripped up and torn. They've graded them, and then they're putting them together for you at a reduced cost. And that is the whole point of this, is that this is going to save you a little bit of money, and then it allows you to customize it to your liking and your needs. And think about all the possibilities that you can do with this kit. This can be your hiking bag. This could be a go bag that you keep in your vehicle. Like I said earlier, it's very nondescript, doesn't draw a lot of attention. It's got that gray man kind of feel to it. This could be used at home, stored in the closet as kind of a grab-and-go kit in case you have to evacuate and you need to have some basic items with you. A lot of possibilities. So want to thank One Thief for putting this together, working with me on it, selling it on their site, putting my name on it, and promoting it. Do me a favor, go down, check out the links down below to One Thief, see what you think about their store, what you think about this kit. And if you guys like it, I would really appreciate it if you would support them and make a purchase. I think it's a fantastic starter for anybody. And if there's any interest in this kit, if you guys like what you're seeing and you want to learn more about it, I would love to put together another video for you guys showing all these different things in use and how to use them properly, how to set up that tarp, how to use the additional items that I put together in conjunction with this pack, how to cook on that canteen kit stove using the fire starters. There's a lot of different things we can look at together, and I'd be happy to show those to you. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, if you'd like to see more of this, and I will definitely put a video together and get it out here shortly. Also check out all my other social media links. There'll be a link to my Amazon store. There'll be a link to my Facebook group, Prepared Wanderer Facebook group. I think we're like at 29,000 members right now. Instagram, and of course preparedwanderer.com, which is my website. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Prepared Wanderer.